Now, I do not know about you, but when I hear about email marketing or the phrase email marketing, the first thing that comes into my mind is spam floating into my inbox. It's like random promotions, weird subject lines, stuff that you never asked for in your inbox. But what if email marketing didn't have to feel like spam all the time? What if your emails actually felt more like a message from someone you actually wanted to hear or from a friend? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the basics of email marketing and show you how to do it the exact correct way, the right way, even if you have tried email marketing before and it didn't work out for you. And if you want more videos just like this one about marketing, email marketing growth, consider subscribing because I break down stuff like this regularly, so everything is here for you. Okay, so let's get into it. So what exactly is email marketing? Email marketing is simply the process of reaching your audience through email to build a relationship, provide value, and eventually drive conversions or sales, right? The dollar signs. But the most important part of that definition is providing value to the reader and not making sales. Okay, making sales, it comes later, but the most important part is providing value to the one who is reading. And that's the difference between email marketing and sending spam bunch of emails to someone. Okay, so spam just blasts people with random promotions, but good email marketing gives people something useful every time you send an email. So the real question becomes, how do you know what exactly is valuable to your audience? Okay, so well, it starts with understanding your subscribers, okay, the psychology of your subscribers, okay, which brings us to tip number one, which is build a segmented list. Now, not every subscriber who joins your email list is exactly the same, so why do you have to send everyone the exact same email? Okay, we do not have to do that. It's actually insane, right? That's why we do have segmentation, which means dividing your audience into smaller groups based on their interest or their behavior, right? So for example, if someone was interested in maybe Instagram marketing, then they probably don't want emails about job interview tips, right? You're just going to confuse them. Then they're just going to get bothered by it. Okay, so segmentation works because it enables people who have different interests and different problems get different solutions through different emails based on what exactly they want, on what exactly they are interested in. In fact, some studies show that marketers using segmentation or segmented campaigns can increase revenue by up to 760%. Now, what do I mean by 760%? This is it's a national crime rate comparison, so okay, but what I wanted just to show you here is how exactly this number is big. I wanted to show you exactly the weight of 760%. Okay, now if my revenue increased by 760%, that would be amazing, but unfortunately 760% of zero is still zero, so we are working on that. But the point is that segmentation actually matters. Okay, and one of the easiest ways to segment people is by looking at what they have signed up for and what content they have interacted with. What are they really interested in? Which brings us to tip number two. Okay, use personalization. Now, personalization takes segmentation a step further. Okay, instead of just sending generic emails, you tailor the emails to the specific person receiving it. Something as simple as adding someone's name to the email can increase your open rates by around 18%. Do you know how huge that is? Okay, imagine if your open rates were just like 25%. When you increase 18%, you get like 43% increase in open rate. So even better is personalizing the subject line or recommendations based on what someone has already shown interested in. So for example, if someone abandoned a shopping cart, right, on your website, maybe they were buying something and stuff like that, sending a reminder email can recover up to 14% of those lost sales. That's the power of personalization. Okay, sending someone exactly what is relevant to what they were interested in. So it makes the email feel more relevant, more appealing, and more engaging. Okay, it's just not random. But with that in mind, segmentation and personalization do not matter if we do not focus on the subject line, which is tip number three, right? Your subject line might actually be the most important part of your entire email. Why exactly is that? Because if the subject line doesn't get opened, the email doesn't get read. So your segmentation, your personalization in the email and stuff like that does not matter. Simple as that. So some of the best subject lines use things like curiosity, we can see like urgency and personalization, which was exactly what we broke down. Okay, so for example, instead of saying new marketing tips, right, you might say something like, you might be making this email mistake. Something like that triggers curiosity, triggers that kind of fear, right? So now people are interested in knowing, they're intrigued in knowing what exactly that mistake is, right? And that exact curiosity gets the clicks. Now, those are the three kind of strategies that will help you nail down email marketing, even if you're a complete beginner. But here are the bonus points, right? Tip number 4 and tip number 5. And tip number 5 is the craziest one, right? It's the one that will take you from point A to point B, which is making more sales, right? So tip number 4 is keep your emails simple. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make in email marketing. Business owners, coaches, consultants, course creator, if you're one of them, this is something that you have to put in mind, because trying too much, trying to make your email, I don't know, look too much good will kill the message, right? So adding too many images, adding too many links, or adding too many ideas in one email, it just makes the email really confusing, and this kills the overall message. Okay, but what you have to do, okay, instead of just doing all that, the best email usually focuses on one clear message. So keep it short, direct, and easy to read. Okay, avoid having too many images, avoid having too many links. 1 to 2 links is just enough, right? It's really, and it's the best thing you could ever have, because it tells someone exactly what they should take action on, and it gives one clear direction on what someone should take, right? And if someone can understand your email in a few seconds, you're doing it right, right? You're going to get more sales, you're going to get more opens, you're going to get more engagement on your email campaigns. And going down to the tip number 5, which is the most important one, as I said, clean your email list regularly. Now, this one surprises a lot of people, but sometimes the best thing you can do for your email marketing is remove subscribers who haven't engaged, even if you have run some re-engaging campaigns on them. So if someone hasn't opened your emails for like months and months, like even 1 year, and you have tried re-engaging them and still they haven't showed any kind of interest, that there's a good chance that they are no longer interested in whatever you have to say. But the problem is that many marketers, probably you too, send a re-engagement campaign first, and then you see that someone hasn't re-engaged and you want to send another re-engagement campaign and another re-engagement campaign because you fear losing someone. Having a re-engagement campaign is great, okay, and it works actually, okay, but if people continue ignoring your emails, keeping them on your list can actually hurt your performance. So you have to remove them, okay? Low open rates can cause email providers to start sending your emails to spam folders, which means even fewer people will start seeing the results, even if they were seeing your emails before and they were really interested. So keeping a clean list can actually improve your overall results. And that is actually all. I hope you found value from this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I will be glad to answer any kind of questions that you have, okay? Other than that, see you on the next one. Peace out. Like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.